welcome to another episode here on A New Life in France. This episode we're going to be bringing you 4 properties. As we said, each and every week now we're going to be bringing you 3 or 4 properties on a certain area, a certain price range or a certain type of property. So today we're actually going to be looking at an area. So we are going to be going to the Haute-Vienne and we're going to be bringing you 4 properties that we have found in the Haute-Vienne that we think you will really enjoy looking at and probably finding out a little bit more information. So to be more specific, we're actually going to the Upper Haute-Vienne. So the Haute-Vienne itself is Department 87. It is one of the 3 departments that makes up the Limousin. So we're sort of looking at mid-west France. It's a lovely area, famous for 2 big things for me. It's famous for its porcelain. Limoges and the area around there is really, really well known for its porcelain. It is also very well known for the Limousin cattle. Really well known for that. And of course, with the cattle comes the rolling countryside. You get lovely summers. You actually get 4 really good seasons across the Haute-Vienne. The Haute-Vienne itself is a really big department, but we're focusing really in the Upper Haute-Vienne, heading up towards the Vienne. So the Vienne is bordering on side of that, and then also if we just cruise slightly across, then we go across into the Creuse as well that's there. But we're really probably looking at that upper part of the Haute-Vienne. So when we look at that upper part, what have we actually got there? So we've got one of the big towns there, probably the big area of that area is Bellac. And we've got Bellac there, which is really good servicing point for lots of people. It's great in terms of your shopping, in terms of retail shops, supermarkets, etc. Really nice town to go to as well, but it's very much a central point. You've also then got, if you go a little bit further west, or to the edge of the Upper Haute-Vienne, then you can go to Saint-Junien. Again, Saint-Junien is bigger than Bellac. It's not as big as Limoges, but it's a big town. Nice town as well, lots and lots of history there as well. And that can service you really well. And then we're really looking north of there in terms of the 4 properties that we're going to show you. Haute-Vienne is, again, one of those hidden gems. You get a lot of value for your money in there. It encourages quite a few Brits to come who actually want to be able to do some renovation as well, or to be able to look at a really nice property that's there. There's a sprinkling of Dutch, Americans, 1 or 2 Australians and Canadians as well that come in there. But it is a great value for money place to come into. It's well serviced from its airport in Limoges. You can also get flights as well from Poitiers as well, normally in the summer months, but there are a couple of winter flights that go back into the UK. What Poitiers has also got then, it's got really good link. It's got the TGV, which can take you up into Paris. So when you look at those things about the real benefits of that area, it's got lots of benefits in terms of its transport links, lovely rolling countryside. And again, you're quite central for a lot of places, particularly if you're central for going to the west coast or you're going down to the south of France as well. So it's really good from that perspective. So I've got you 4 great properties that I want to show you. Without further ado, let's go and look at the first property. We're going to look at property 1. We're going to be going up in an ascending order. So we're going to be starting with the cheapest first and then going up to the highest. So we're going to be bringing you 4 really good properties today. So we're going to be bringing you a 3-bed house. So property 1, 3-bed house. Very charming house in terms of what it's got. It's got a little bit of land with it, so a little bit of a garden to it. It's got a courtyard, it's got the 3 bedrooms, etc. Let's go and have a look. So this property has got 3 bedrooms. It's in a lovely quiet hamlet. It's got a large kitchen and a living room. It's also got a courtyard and it's got a raised garden as well over the other side of the road, and it's also got some outbuildings. What I really like about this one, like the way that they've done the rooms, you can see there's been a renovation. It's actually 2 properties that have been put together, and that's why when you look at it there are 2 doors, but actually in terms of those doors, one goes into the kitchen and one goes into the living room. Like the courtyard that's there, the aspect is really nice. You can see it's finished off well. I do like the tiles on the floor. Tiles in a house are really important. It might sound funny, but they are important. One, is quite good to keep it clean, but what it is great in the summer months, it does just keep it that little bit cooler as well. And then the winter months, you can put some rugs down, but it still retains that. But it's also lovely in terms of the character, and I do like the character in there. You have got that big kitchen area, you've got that sitting room, you've got those 3 bedrooms. This would be a really nice lock up and leave, or it would be just a really nice house, potentially with a small family, or just a couple looking to retire or move to the area. I hope you've enjoyed having a look around this property. What I like about it as well, 69,000 euros. You could move in get on, live a lovely life, and just do it. Let's just have a little recap on screen, and then we're going to look at our second property. With property 2, a little bit of a jump in price, but we'll find the price in a minute. We've actually got a house with a little bit of history. It's an old presbytery, and with that, it's beautiful in terms of the stone walls and everything that it has on offer. I think you're really going to enjoy the tour around this particular property. Let's go and have a look. What we have with this particular property, I think this is a lovely family house. 4 bedrooms with shower rooms. There's a large open plan kitchen, dining room. With that, you can see, because it's a lovely old building, it's got big rooms, it's got high ceilings that are there as well. It just has that feeling of grandeur around it. Love the kitchen with the island. Again, the appliances around, but all those work surfaces as well. It's really light and airy. The dining room coming off that, I mean, the dining room, you can just see from the size of the table what kind of room that is. And I love going into that sitting room. The sitting room with a traditional fireplace. You really can imagine yourself being there. You can see those old beams. When you look at the beams on the ceiling, some people love to see the brown beams. Other people now these days start to either paint them, but you can also do other techniques with them. You can paint them, maybe put some browning wax on, turn them into something different. When you look at the hallway, and many of you will know I love staircases and I love entrance halls. The entrance hall really is fantastic. You've got that beautiful old staircase going up. When I say old, it's just got history about it. Imagine how many hundreds of people have gone up and down those stairs over the years. If you want to have your own home office or a playroom, it's also got that office as well. Office that you can see here in the picture with the bookcase. Again, that's a really nice additional room for this. When we go upstairs, all of those 4 bedrooms are really sizable. You can see again that you can put double beds in, you can put twin beds in, single beds. You can do absolutely anything that you would like to do with that. You've also then got the garden area. The garden area for me has a great potential, really, really big potential in terms of that. We've got a bit of a quirk as well down the bottom of the garden. We've also got the old village hall. The village hall that you can see there, with the right permissions, you could turn that into additional accommodation should you want to. Then you've also as well got the barns that go alongside with that. Hope you've enjoyed having a look around that property. As you can see, it's got huge potential. Lovely family home you could move into. It's got so many different features to it as well. The price as well, when you look at the price, it's €262,500. That for me is excellent value for money for what is a beautiful house. I mean, it's very much a country house. It's got its land, it's got its rolling gardens, you've got the potential to do something with the old village hall that's there, you've got the barns for storage, you've got 4 sizable bedrooms, and downstairs lots and lots of rooms to entertain, to enjoy, to relax. Love that property. Let's now go and look at property 3. Property 3 I'm bringing you also has business potential. This is a house that has 5 to 6 bedrooms. It also has its own gîte as well, which currently is let out as a gîte. Now, obviously subject to all the right permissions. When you buy this particular property, then you should be able to do the same. I do really like this property from it's got the business potential. You've got a great pool as well. You've got a great just submerged pool that's there. And again, it's just got lots going for it. So let's see what you actually get for your money. When we look at property 3, it's in a very pretty hamlet. The main house itself has got storage, it's got a modern bathroom, it's got a carve, a living room, a dining room. It's also then got another reception room, and then we can look at the 3 bedrooms that are up there and a dressing room on that first floor with a wet room, another bathroom plus an office. There is so much to this. Let's have a little dive into each of those areas and have a look, and then we will have a look at the gîte as well. When you look at the house, let's look at that aerial photo. You can see what you're dealing with. You've got the pool. That pool is really central to the property. You've got the pool, then you've got the two garden areas, then they're fenced off by a big hedge that's there, and you've got the properties. When you're looking in terms of the house itself, you can see it's really light and airy. The floors have been done really well in terms of this. And with it being light and airy, it's letting plenty of light in, but that will encourage you outside as well in the summer months. See the exposed beams, really nice finish on the beams and also the painting between them. Very light, very airy. Again, when we go upstairs, you can see that office that's there. You can see the bedrooms and the wet room that goes along with it, and also that bathroom. But when you look at those bedrooms, the bedrooms have been done really well. A really good use of windows and also the Veluxes in all of those. And that's very similar then if we go to the gîte. When you go to the gîte, got a really nice kitchen that's there. You then come into a sitting room. So this is an all-encompassing I really do like. This for me is a great business opportunity. You have the house and you have the gîte. You have the pool. That pool is a really big draw, particularly having the gîte. When you also look at that, the price, €295,000. The position itself, where it is in that Upper Haute-Vienne, is a really good position. It's not too far away from the main motorway, and that main motorway really connecting you down from Bordeaux all the way up from and that motorway connecting you from Toulouse up to Paris. It is a great situation and a great price for what is a fantastic property, and it's definitely worth looking because it's been finished to a really high standard. It is another property that you could just view, do your deal, buy it in, and you are done. So that's why I love that property from that perspective. And again, each and every time we're trying to bring you different properties, but properties that you will like and that you will then fall in love with and want to buy. That's property 3, and again the details are on screen, just a little summary for you. And then we're going to be looking at property 4. We're now going to be looking at property 4. For those of you in the UK, you might be used to a programme saying, "Help, I bought a village." This is sort of along those lines what we're going to be bringing you now. We're actually going to be bringing you an estate. It sounds quite grand, and that's probably because it is. But this estate has 4 properties on it. 3 habitable and 1 to be renovated. It also has lots of land around it, has a pool, has a tennis court. This is something very special. Let's go and have a look. We're going to be taking you into a little bit more detail in a moment, but just to whet the appetite, what we're looking at here is this big manor house. We've got 2 further houses, a mill house. We've also then got a bungalow that we could renovate, and it's got all the private grounds around it, and it's got that big swimming pool and the tennis court. But also with the swimming pool, it's also got the electric glass roof going across it. Just means you can use it more, and it does stay warmer as well. Let's have a look in the principal house. When we go into the main house, we've got the hallway. Coming off the hallway, we've got that living room. We've also got a study, nice big kitchen. Then we've also then got, in terms of the bedrooms, we've got the 3 bedrooms. We've got a master bedroom with a walk-in closet. We've got 2 further bedrooms and a shower room. There's just something about this main house. It really does have that grandeur. You also have the views around you to the lovely gardens that are there, and actually that kind of modern but grand feeling to the main house. And you can see the 2 further properties to that side, and you can see how it's nestled in with its own woodland as well. But I do love that kitchen. The sitting room as well has got real elegance about it, with those big windows looking out, letting lots and lots of light in. You know how much I love a stairway. It's a great stairway as well. When we look at the potential for the other properties as well that you've got there, those other properties are really well serviced and well maintained. They would be great for letting out as gîtes, being able to do that. You can also then look at the property potential to do the renovation and everything you want on there. The outside of the property has its 4 hectares of lovely lawns. You've got woodland as well. It's got its own path walking all the way round. It just is great. And if you think about this property, it has got huge potential for the right people. This property for me has so much potential. You've got 4 properties. You've got that stunning manor house, which has, as I said, got a little bit of modern, but definitely got a nod to the old, and it's got some of those features that go with it. You've got those 2 further properties as well that you could just let out straight away. You've got the chance then with the bungalow area to be able to do the renovation. You've also then got the seclusion of your own grounds. You can walk around there, you've got the woodland, you've also then got the pool with a cover on it and a tennis court. It has so much going for it. When we look at the price, €649,000. For me, if you were trying to buy the similar property somewhere in the UK, if you were in the home counties near London, you are talking millions for that type of property. That type of property in the Cotswolds, again, you are talking millions of pounds. You can have your own piece of heaven in France for €649,000 and the potential to add even more value to it as you go along. I really hope you've enjoyed this particular episode where we brought you 4 great properties in an area that is a little hidden gem, but you get so much for your money. But also when you look in that Upper Haute-Vienne, what do you get? You've got good communication links. That's really important. You've got good towns to be able to go in to get your normal produce, but also if you want to go to bigger supermarkets and get more bigger things, they are there not far away. The properties we've shown you, we've taken you from a property that's €69,000, beautiful property to move into. For that kind of budget, lock up and leave, or just you want to come and have a very new life and it wants to be affordable, you can come and do it at 69,000. If you want to have that dream home that you just can't afford from bringing overseas, move to France. €649,000 buys you your own estate with 4 properties, swimming pool, tennis court, land and woodland. What a stunning place that was. And then we brought you the 2 others as well, a lovely family home with history, and then also a family home with a Jeep for a business. Really hope you've enjoyed today's episode. Each and every episode we're trying to bring you something different, whet the appetite, show you what's available in areas, show you what's available for budget, show you what's available in the kind of thing that you are looking for, and we're trying to bring that to you each and every week. Remember, on a Friday we bring you those French lessons. We also now bring you stories, and we are trying to bring you updates about things you need to think about when you're looking to move or you are already living in France. Don't forget to subscribe, press the subscribe button. Also go to our Facebook group, Moving to France. Go on there, join, and then you can be there with over 10,000 like-minded individuals, and you can share stories, ideas, ask questions and everything else. But also go to our website, anewlifeinfrance.com, where we've got lots of resources available for you, and also our team is there to help. If you've got any questions when you're looking to move, particularly things like currency, finance, finding the property, visas, we are there on hand to help you.